Hi, my name's Imogen and I am going to be guiding you through a 15-minute yoga flow today. So this flow is designed to really help you regulate your nervous system, to still a busy mind, kind of release all of that stress and really come back to yourself. And at the end of the day, that is what yoga is really about. It's not just about doing fancy poses on the mat. It is about coming back to who you really are. So wherever you are, just getting nice and comfortable in a seat, perhaps sitting on a cushion or anything comfortable, or perhaps kneeling, whatever will be most comfortable for you and allow you to sit up nice and tall. And once you're there, if you feel comfortable to do so, you can close down your eyes. If that doesn't feel right for you today, perhaps just lowering the gaze nice and softly, perhaps looking softly through your eyelashes. And to start, we're just going to take a few rounds of cleansing breath. Our breath is a great way to instantly reset that nervous system, and it's something you can do throughout your day. But for now, breathing deeply down into your belly, up into your chest, and all the way up into your collarbone. And exhale out with a big sigh. Lovely, repeating that a couple times. Inhaling deeply. All the way belly, chest and collarbones. And exhaling out with a big sigh. Lovely. Do that once more. Make it the deepest breath you've done all day. And exhaling it all out. Lovely. And now we are just going to do a very short check-in to your body. Just noticing how your body is, how you are as you land on this mat. Taking a very quick body scan. So starting at the very crown of your head, the very top of your head. And in your own time, just scanning down from there, all the way down your face, neck, shoulders, chest, belly, right down to the bottom of your spine, and then through your legs to your feet. I'm really just noticing what's present for you today, not trying to change anything. Just notice how your body is. And from here, I invite you to set an intention for your practice. Perhaps just taking a moment to see if anything arises, springs to mind that you want to use. Using inspiration from how your body is doing today. If nothing comes up, then you can use the intention, peace comes naturally to me. Peace comes naturally to me. And whatever your intention is, just repeating that in your mind 3 times. Really allowing that to sink in. And then imagine that intention printed at the front of your mat, so it's guiding you through your practice today. Lovely. Then removing any props from underneath you, we're going to start with some shoulder rolls. So bringing the shoulders all the way up towards our ears and rolling them down the spine. Shoulders come up to your ears and rolling them down the spine. Bringing them up on the inhale and exhale, rolling them down. Beautiful. And now some gentle neck rolls. So we're going to bring the chin to the chest And we're going to really gently just roll from side to side. And just notice if there's any kind of areas that feel like it needs a little bit more love. And just spend a bit more gentle, loving time here. Our neck muscles can be quite delicate, so not being too forceful here. But there are also a lot of nerve endings in our neck. Our vagus nerve runs through our neck, so it can get very tense, and releasing it can do wonders for our nervous system. Beautiful. And then when you feel even, coming back to center, inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactusing the elbows, feel them rolling down the spine. Inhale, opens up the arms. Exhale, hug in, rocking side to side. Inhale, opens. Exhale, other arm on top, rocking side to side. Feel a stretch between your shoulder blades. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, leaning over to the right, for the right hand rooted down, for the left arm reaching over. A nice stretch in the left side body. And as you exhale, swooping on over to the other side. Left hand roots down, right arm leaning over to get a nice juicy stretch in your right side body. And then as you exhale, coming on forwards, can you walk your hands out in front of you and coming into a gentle forward fold. Breathing into your back muscles, the glutes. And as you inhale, walking back up to seated. And then we're going to come up into all fours. So hands beneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Just taking a moment to ground here. Feel the floor beneath you supporting you, underneath your hands, your knees, your feet. Perhaps closing down the eyes once more and just coming back to that intention that you set at the beginning of practice. Repeating it in your mind. And then we're going to come into cat-cows. So on your next inhale, you're going to bring that tailbone up, belly comes down, chest comes up, shoulders back, head up. Exhale, roll that tailbone down, doming the spine, pushing the mat away, head comes down last. Inhale, rolling the tailbone up, belly down, shoulders back, chest up, head up. Exhale, rolling that tailbone down, pushing the mat away as you dome your spine, head comes down. And taking a few more of those with your own breath. I really invite you to close down your eyes here, so just really feel into the sensations. And then perhaps sticking with this, or perhaps just inviting some more free movement in with your spine here. Just taking a moment to check in with what your body needs today. Perhaps it's lots of movement, perhaps it's a bit more stillness. Perhaps drawing circles with the hips and tailbone. I call this disco cat. Perhaps you want to come all the way back to child's pose, or all the way forwards into a kind of extended cobra. And then eventually we're going to meet back in all fours. And then we're going to tuck our toes and just lift the knees about an inch off the mat. Draw your navel to spine. We're just switching the core on for a second. Choosing not to hate this. Any shakes are welcome. And then on your next exhale, we're going to push back into our first downward facing dog, keeping this really nice and soft, pedaling the legs out, one foot then the other. rooting down into our hands, and really feel yourself pushing the mat away and pushing your sit bones up into the sky as you do this. Beautiful. Then coming to stillness just for a moment. And then walking the feet towards your hands at the front of your mat to come into a nice soft forward fold. Keeping your knees nice and bent. Just sway side to side for a moment. This is really regulating for the nervous system. Allows you to switch out of fight or flight. Beautiful. And then slowly, slowly, keeping your knees bent, going to come up to standing, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Head comes up last. Shoulders come up and back, head up. And feel yourself rooted down into the mat beneath you. Feeling nice and strong, perhaps closing down the eyes once more. Just checking in with your body again, how's it doing? And then coming back to that intention. Beautiful, and now we'll flow. Inhale, arms come up and over, hands to prayer. Exhale, folding down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot steps back, right knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, cactusing the elbows, leaning forwards. Inhale, bring everything back up and almost tucking that tailbone underneath you, squeezing that right glute, leaning over towards the left. Perhaps your right hand becomes behind your head and almost feel like you're pointing that elbow towards the sky. This is a beautiful psoas stretch, so should be feeling it in the front of the hips, perhaps even feeling it in the side body. And this muscle can get really tense when we're sitting down all day and when we're stressed. So it's a really good one to release. Taking a moment to breathe into any sensations you can feel. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, plant your hands, left foot steps back, high plank. Now you can keep your knees up or down, whichever feels best in your body today. And then in one long line, elbows hugged in, we're going to lower down to the mat. And then inhale, baby cobra, lifting the hands off the mat, using our back muscles to pull our top of our back up. Exhale, hands come down. We're going to push back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. On your next inhale, you're going to lift that right leg up, bend the knee, opening up your hip. See if you can point that knee towards the ceiling and then drawing big circles with that knee. Just lubricating that hip joint. Beautiful. And on your next inhale, straightening your right leg. Exhale, bringing knee to nose and then planting the foot in between your hands. Left knee comes down. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot forwards, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, root to rise, arms come up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Now same other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot steps back, left knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, cactusing the elbows, coming forwards into that lunge. And then inhale, bringing that all up and back. Again, seeing if you can feel that tailbone tucking beneath you, squeezing that left glute. We're going to lean over towards the right. perhaps the left hand comes behind the head. See if you can point that left elbow towards the ceiling. Stretching the psoas muscle. Perhaps feeling a nice deep stretch in the front of your hip, in your left side body. Really breathing into that. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, plant the hands. Right foot steps back, high plank. Again, knees can lower or coming down in one long line. Just make sure your elbows are hugged in towards your ribs. Inhale for cobra. And then exhale, pushing back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. This time, left leg rises. Exhale, opening up the hip, bending the knee. And then drawing those big circles with the left hip this time. Beautiful. On your next inhale, left leg lengthens. Exhale, knee to nose. Then planting that foot between the hands. Right knee comes down. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, plant the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, root to rise. Hands up into prayer. Exhale, hands to prayer in front of your chest. Beautiful. Then we're just going to heel toe our feet out wide and then sink down into Malasana. Now just going as low as feels good for your body. Perhaps it's more of a kind of squat position here, or perhaps you sink your bum all the way down and just taking a moment here. If your bum is all the way down, just seeing if you can kind of push your knees out to the side so you're not just knocking everything in. And then sinking down onto our bum. Now you can choose if you want to lie down and have a Shavasana, or perhaps just taking a moment seated, closing down your eyes wherever you are, and really just allow your body to settle. Allowing the practice and the movement to really integrate. You are welcome to stay here for as long as you need. Thank you so much for practicing today.